Welcome, everybody, to another live edition here on Man's Night. I'm your host, Jay. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I do appreciate it. As always, before I get started, I want to give a major shout out to everybody that's in here. Tin Man, what's up, Tin Man? How you doing? Cynthia, how's it going? I hope everything okay over there in your neck of the woods. And of course, I got Trey also in here. What's going on, Trey? And whoever else is in here, welcome to Man's Night. Thank you guys so much for joining. Yeah, I would have started earlier. I would have started early at my normal time at 9 o'clock, but I'm not that late, about 7 minutes in nonetheless. But, when Mother Nature calls, and I had to do what I had to do. But I think I might be suffering from what they call a slight case of Crohn's disease or something like that. Ever since my incarceration, my gut's never been right. So I blame it on the, prison food and commissary and all that. But nonetheless, this is what's up. So before I get started, if you guys are actually needing any kind of, computer work fixed or anything done on your guys' personal computers or whatever it may be, my good friend Tin Man has a business over there. Oh, Jesus Christ, I just forgot. Sorry, I feel bad for that, guys. I apologize. Give me 1 second. I'm so scattered. Nonetheless, it's in the pin chat. All right, guys, it's in the pin chat. I just feel like an idiot right now. Yeah, Tin Man's like, oh, yeah. Well, when you're scattered and you got so much going on, it is what it is. But Tin Man is a computer repair individual, so hook up with him and get your computer fixed. Nonetheless, I will be making some better advertisements and whatnot for him, being that he's a sponsor. But nonetheless, I'm not a professional and I'm not claiming it. Anyways, what's going on, Trey? Trey said prison intentions take a beating. Test lines take a beating. Actually, that's funny because you're actually correct. All electronics, Tin Man said. So anything electronic, he can fix. So, and Cynthia says, yep, shit happens. All right, you guys are funny. All right. So we got some things going on down to on this podcast. I got some things that I wanted to update you guys with. Now, everybody that's in the chat here tonight, if you want to get involved, the link to come up on this live panel is also in the pinned comment section. So again, if you want to join the chat tonight for whatever reason, please do. There it is. Just hit that and you can be a part of the program. Anyways, Redeeming, what's up, man? Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate it. All right. So also have a very special Imaginette segment tonight too also. So let me go ahead and get into some of the interesting news that we have going on. And of course, in the state of Idaho, which is the state right next to my home state, Washington, Idaho's got some things going on over there that I do not approve of, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you in here won't be approving of it either, depending on how you all feel. But I'm going to go ahead and show you guys that article and that information because I think it's it's actually this and so many other things are going in the wrong direction, and we need to do something about this. So let me go ahead and do the share screen, guys, real quick on this and show you guys this information. It's not good news. I hate to give out good news, but of course, it is what it is with that. So let me go ahead and share this on the screen, and I'm hoping you guys can see it. And then bear with me 1 second, guys. All right, what is going on with that? Nope, not doing that. All right, anyways, so here's the problem that I have with this, this situation. As you guys can see on your screen over there in Idaho, the House approves bill to allow death penalty for certain sex crimes against children. Yeah, this is going to be a major situation. There's going to be obviously people on both sides of the fence with this. Again, if you guys can't see this, there it is. It's actually quite sad, to be honest with you, because this does not deter or fix or do anything when it comes to these new laws being passed. It doesn't do anything. Now, keep in mind, before I go any further, understand this, folks. I do not, under any accord, okay, I do not condone this type of activity. When a full grown ass adult has to hurt a kid like this, I don't condone it. I don't in any sense agree with it in any way, shape, or form, but we can do better as a society, as a community, as a country, and this is not the answer. All right, so let me go ahead and break this down to you, and you guys are going to see firsthand what I'm talking about. And again, I'm hoping you guys can see this. If not, let me know in the chat. I'll zoom in even more for you guys. There you go. All right, so case of lewd conduct with children under the age of 12. All right, keep that in mind. With aggravating circumstances, could carry the death penalty under House Bill 515. And you guys can look up this House bill, if you know how, right there by just, typing in 515. All right. And this was published by Kyle. I'm not even going to pronounce the last name. Idaho Capital Sun. All right. So, and again, this was reported February 13th. There it is right here. Oops, it won't even let me do it. February 13th, 2024 for you guys' information. Reading on, here we go. Sex crimes against children could be punishable by death. Yep, you heard that correctly, by death under this new bill that Idaho House Republican legislature passed Tuesday. Yeah. House Bill 515 will allow for the death penalty in cases of lewd conduct with children under age of 12 with aggravating circumstances. Co-sponsor Bruce Skagg. Anyways, told House lawmakers that the death penalty would be reserved for heinous cases like repeat offenders. Now, keep this in mind, guys. Repeat offenders, the ones that just can't seem to get fixed. All right? Which makes sense. Moving on real quick. There is a deep, dark side in our culture. And I think, they're, taking a little too far with that statement, but nonetheless, more on that later. And it's our job to protect the children. There are times when things are so wicked that retribution is appropriate. Imagine that. Idaho law only allows the death penalty in first-degree murder cases, according to previous reporting by the Idaho Reports. Yeah. So the Supreme Court in 2008 blocked death penalties for child rape in Kennedy versus Louisiana. Florida passed a child rape death penalty law last year. So there you go. And now this is going to be most likely, things brought up with the Constitution and other things. So keep in mind, guys, this is going to be probably a talk of the town for a while. And I'm pretty sure there's probably going to be some lawsuits filed and all this under, the Constitution, all that. Moving on. Anyways, let me fix my phone, guys. Hold on a second, okay? Because I want to be able to see your guys' chat. So bear with me 1 second. All right, there we go. Let's see. Tin Man said, or repeat offenders. Also, Tin Man said, that revenge, not justice. Absolutely. Tin Man continues saying, this is for lewd behavior, not rape. Absolutely. And then Cynthia says, I agree, Tin Man. Redeeming gets in here and says, I don't condone the crime, but these repeat offenders are out of hand. Absolutely. Moving on, guys. Responding to concerns that the Idaho bill is unconstitutional. Shaq said he thinks the current Supreme Court would reach a different decision. So there it goes. Unconstitutional. I said it again. I said it before. Here it is. Yeah. Moving on real quick, guys. Well, there's constitutional and there's constitutional. Depends on the court of the day. An attorney told House lawmakers. Only 8 Idaho prisoners are on death row. Wow, 8. According to the Idaho Department of Correction, Shack said he expects fewer cases under the new bill. It would be very rare that this case would happen. It'll be very rare that a prosecutor would take this kind of case and ask for death penalty, but it will happen. And I say to you that when you see that case, you read about it in the newspaper, you're going to say, this is the one case that needs to happen. The Idaho House passed the bill on 57-11 vote. All right. So there you guys have it. If you guys want to read any more of this information in here, guys, you can go to the site Idaho Reports. There it is, Idaho Reports, and you guys can check it out. There it is. I think it's absolutely. I don't know. I'm totally against the death penalty, 100%. And when it comes to this shady, dark topic, man, there's going to be everybody on different sides on this one. So it is what it is. Moving on real quick. My friend Redeeming said this. I don't condone the crime, but these repeat offenders are out of hand. Absolutely. But keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, I've said this to everybody. There is a reason, a major reason why these repeat offenders keep reoffending. Okay, guys? It's all mental, and we're not getting them the chance to change, nor do they mentally want to change. So is the answer to that is to kill them? Or should we figure out what's causing it in the first place to see if we can nip it in the butt? Agreed to disagree on that one. And again, Trey said this. Reserve the greatest punishment for the greatest crimes. Punishment must be proportionate to the crime. I agree. And then Tim Man said, still too many. Yep. Moving on real quick. Also, each generation barely even protect their own kids. Well, yeah, and we have a law in place right now that don't even do that. So go imagine that. Thanks, Redeeming. Tim Man said this. Send their girls out gray, half tops, and then are surprised that someone acts out. Yeah. Yeah, look how our kids are dressing today. And then you want to blame, you want to blame us for that. That's amazing. No, I blame the parents that allow their kids to dress like that. It's like you're putting a big damn billboard, if you will, up on their own personal body and saying, hey, here I am. Not condoning it. I'm just saying, like I said before, guys, it starts in the home. And Tin Man said this, which is I just said. Yeah, they are sexualizing their kids and sending them out as bait. Booyah. Absolutely. Cynthia said this. Absolutely. The finger needs to be pointed to the parents in most cases. Absolutely. Teach your kids to respect their own bodies and respect how they dress. Again, the parents, especially the mothers, are on social media dressing like that, kids learn what they live. If the kids see their mom shaking their booty and doing everything else, the kids are going to copy that. Well, my mom's doing it. I might as well. That makes me. I want to do it. Kids learn what they live. Be a parent and have more respect for yourself as a mom, and have more respect for yourself as a parent for your kids. And I'm only saying that because I'm a parent. Okay, guys, I'm a parent. I would no more let my daughter, no matter what age she is, I would never let my daughter get on social media and start shaking her butt and everything else like that over social media. She's got too much respect for herself to do that. And here it is. Redeeming said this. This seems like they value sex crimes than murder. I mean, they are punishing sex in everything. Absolutely. Because the word sex is dirty. And then Redeeming said this also. Oh, don't forget TikTok. Absolutely. And my friend Cynthia said this. Sadly, kids nowadays don't know the meaning of respect. No, because they don't teach it in schools. They don't teach it nowhere. They're going to get respect online, I guess. And Redeeming said this. Yep. Or yeah. So there you go. I'm dead ass serious. Yeah, so laws are changing. See, look how easy it is to get these laws passed. So if it's that easy, why can't me, Tin Man, Redeeming, Cynthia, Trey, just to name a few, why can't we abolish some of these said laws? This is the backwards thinking that we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm just beyond sick of it. Beyond sick of it. We can do better as a society. And then my friend Redeeming said this. Don't forget trying to expose kids to drag shows and yeah, absolutely, Redeeming. You're spot on that, and it happens daily. Just turn on your whatever channel you watch your news on and see it. It's on the news. Absolutely. Yep. Oh, and Timon said they sexualizing children's in books. Absolutely. Even the books are starting to get detailed and disgusting. Yeah, absolutely. So if you guys want to join Care League of American Redemption, there you guys have it. Again, Redeeming and Tin Man, put your guys' emails in the chat. You guys are mods now. You have that opportunity to do that. So put your emails in so people can find you and contact you and go from there. Yeah, absolutely, Redeeming. All right, so I have a special Imagine That segment that I want to do, and usually I do it half hour into my show. But because I was a little bit late, um, you know, doing the show because of my emergency bathroom break, I'm going to go ahead and do my Imagine That segment now for tonight's Man's Night. I usually try to pull one of these off every Man's Night. And then, of course, the next portion after my Imagine That segment's over, it's open for all of you to get in here and talk about whatever you want. I don't really have anything major going on. I do have some updates, what's coming up for next week, so stay tuned for that. My friend Trey gets in here and says this: nuclear football, if you oppose death for murderers and SOs, people accuse you of approving of the crime. Interesting. But I'm not surprised. Not surprised at all. Thank you, Trey, for that comment. I do appreciate you, my friend. All right, so let me go ahead and get the Imagine That segment pushed off and started. I think a lot of you are going to like it. This message is basically for all of you in the chat and everybody watching this, because even I need to hear this too as well. So I think it's fitting for tonight for obvious reasons. And I'm going to go ahead and pull this off and start this Imagine That segment. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Wrong. Thank you guys so much for joining the another edition of Imagine That. I do have a very special statement that I want to get off to all of you here tonight because I believe it's absolutely fitting for tonight. And again, guys, this message for this segment for Imagine That is for all of you that are going through something. All right, because I believe even with all the negativity and whatnot that are going on in our country, whether it's prison related or not, we have way too much negative, and we need to start focusing on some more positive type scenarios. All right, guys, so that's where I'm at with it. So real quick, I'm going to read off 7 things that I believe every one of us need to hear for tonight's Imagine That. And I'm doing this because, again, I'm even going through a lot of online crap. Obviously, I got some haters, stalkers, and all that, but not trying to sound like a broken record. I think we need to get this stuff out And hopefully this will make you feel good if you're down and need some positive advice in your life. So here it is. Number one, guys, if this is happening with you, I'm hoping it helps. Anyways, number one, make peace with your past so it won't screw up the present. That's hardcore right there for me. Absolutely. Number two, guys, what others think of you is none of your business. Absolutely. Number three, guys, time heals almost everything. Give it time. All right. So if you're going through something, just give it time. Give yourself some patience. Number four, don't compare your life to others and don't judge them. You have no idea what their journey is all about. I hope that makes sense to some of you. Number five, guys, stop thinking too much. We do that a lot too. It's all right not to know the answers. They will come to you when you least expect it. Absolutely. Number six, guys, no one is in charge of your happiness. Absolutely. Except for you. All right. And last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, number seven, smile. You don't own all the problems in your world. So basically, those are seven out of more. There's more, but those are seven of the most important things in my life, in your life, that I think every one of you need to hear. Absolutely. Because again, keep in mind, guys, in order for us to, live a happy life, you got to get rid of the negative on all levels. I know it's harder or easier said than done, but you need to understand that, negative attracts negative. We all need some positivity in our life. And I hope you guys totally understand where that's coming from. It hit me pretty hard when I saw that. So I hope you enjoy it. And that's why I say, on all of that there and what's currently going on in our life, that's why I say, imagine that. Welcome back, everybody. And thank you guys so much for being a part of this show and this man's night. I do appreciate it. And we had some people in the chat. You guys are on fire tonight. I'm trying to think where I left off in the chat. I think it's right here. Timman said this, right? We can stand up for what's right without defying the crimes. Absolutely. Trey gets in here and says this, guys. You always need that disclaimer. A shame. I know. Unfortunately, sometimes, you got to basically play by the rules, or should I say their rules, so you don't get in trouble. And then and Redeemer says his OnlyFans. Yeah, absolutely. I got those too. Yeah. And then Tim goes, of course, Cynthia gets in here and says the only thing that can steal your present is your past. Yeah. Don't forget, Cynthia, that's including my stalkers, the haters, the trolls. They like to rain on your parade too. Anyways, Redeemer said, I try not to judge. Yeah, and that's what we need to do more of, not judge, because we don't have any place to. It's not our job. So to the haters, stop it. Because, when you sit there and downgrade somebody else's, what they're doing, like being an advocate and whatnot, you're making yourself look like an ass. So you're not showing yourself any class by downgrading somebody else's stuff. You know what I'm saying? So my friend Tin Man said this. I'm in a dark place. I was denied another apartment after paying all the application fees. And we're going to speak on that here too tonight, guys, regarding my friend Tin Man. This is another prime example why I want to continue to do what I do and why I get on this podcast and do this. Because again, where is Tin Man's second chance at life? Can anybody answer that question in the chat? Where is Tin Man's, my friend, where is his second true chance at life? He's being denied apartment. After he's done his time, served his his punishment, all that, paid his dues, etc., he's still being denied housing. So, and then Cynthia Bale says, I'm sorry to hear that. I am too. And then Redeem gets, be strong, Tin Man. And then Trey says this, last year I paid a trailer park fees and they denied me and ghosted me. I'm not surprised. Well, they can sure take your guys' money, right? But they can't, even have any respect to give it back. This is where we're wrong. And this is why Tin Man and me are coming up with some ideas. And then Tin Man said 18 years later. Yeah, absolutely. So here's my idea. This is what I want to do. And I think a lot of you are going to be on board with this. Tin Man and I were talking in a private chat that we should start, like an organization where we can get people that are just freshly coming out of prison into housing. And Tin Man, if you want to, you can put it in the chat if you want to explain more detail, or you can try to at least come up here. Again, no obligation. I understand you're busy and tied up and there's no place to do this right now because you're at work. But do you want me to explain what we have going on, or do you want me to not explain it? Let me know in the chat, Tin Man. But my goal, anyways, regardless of anybody else is on board with it, my goal is to make housing for our locked up loved ones. Yeah, absolutely. So Tin Man said yes. Okay, thank you, Tin Man. Absolutely. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and explain what we have going on here, or what our plan is. And I'm hoping that we can get the help and the support to back us up on this. Tin Man and I, for right now, and I'm pretty sure if I say everything in detail here tonight, I'll probably get more people on board. But nonetheless, we want to start a housing, where people are getting out of prison, and it doesn't matter your charge either, by the way. I want to put that out there and say that with the most seriousness that I can, and say I don't give a rat's ass about your charge, because your second chance at life has nothing to do with your charge. So what I'm going to do is what I like to do, I should say, me and Tin Man, we want to start a housing community where we can put people in housing for cheap rent, not rack it up like everybody else is doing, for cheap rent, and give out true second chances at life. That's our goal. So who's with me on that? I got Trey coming in here saying this. I've dreamed of starting a trailer park. That's man, look, as much as everybody would like to say, oh, the trailer parks, that's shitty. No, don't worry about it. It's housing, period. I don't care how you look at it or any of that. That's a great idea. Problem with me is, of course, I don't have the funds to purchase trailer parks or start trailer parks with that scenario. And then, of course, Tin Man says this: everyone has the right to a roof and a warm bed. Absolutely. Because how can you ever change or really get your second chance at life if you can't get the basics? Right? If you can't get the basics in life, then where is your second chance at life? Cynthia said this: you can't get a job without an address, but you can't get an address without income. Backwards thinking? It's like trying to apply for a credit card. In the back of your mind, you want to fix your credit, but you keep getting denied to do just that. So how can you fix your credit to, have a better life in your life if you can't even get one? Right? It's the same thing. Financial institutions, banks. Yeah, absolutely. Cynthia said this. Absolutely, Tin Man. So let's say Tin Man says this: I have a house we can use, 6 bedrooms. So there you go. See, guys, listen. My good friend Tin Man actually has a house, 6 bedrooms, and we need to find somebody that can actually fix it up. If you're good with your hands, or got, techniques to fix up a house, get a hold of Tin Man. And the next thing we want to do absolutely is a duplex. And then Trey said this: campers are cheap. build a rec, laundry, bathing facility, employ the unemployables to cut grass. Absolutely. That's a great start. Absolutely. Thank you, Trey. Then hopefully an apartment building and trailer park. Yeah, see, we got to start small and work our way up. You know, if you can get started somewhere with this, right, guys, and start saving our pennies, we can move on to the next big thing and get more housing, et cetera, and make things even better. But we got to start somewhere. So I really want to push for this. I'm really down for this, guys. I really am. I really want to push to where we can have housing and true second chances for our locked up loved ones. Absolutely. I was given a second chance. I'm living my second chance, even though, you know, activities online could be better if you get my drift. But nonetheless, you know, or my second chance at life is here, even though it could be better on certain things. So Tin Man said yes. And then he also said this, always willing to trade services for rent. There you go. So you don't even have to technically pay rent. See, you can do services in the form of rent. So whatever is available, if you or somebody out there that you know can help, because it'll come back around. You know what I'm saying? It's not always about the good almighty dollar. It's about, look what I did. You can go to bed at night and going, I built that. And look at that and go, I just gave somebody a second chance, a true one. And it says this right here. And Tin Man just proved it. I just said it. Work for me, live for free or cheap. Can't beat that, can you? See, I have about 3 to 4 years experience of being a landscaper. I have traits. I have skills besides this. I have traits. I can do stuff. I know how. I can make people's yards look beautiful. Yep. That's one of my things. I got a green thumb, even though it don't look green. So that's a trait. And then of course, when you get, what is it called? You're hired. Thanks, my friend. When you get locked up loved ones living in this house, they got traits. Believe it or not, folks, locked up loved ones are pretty skilled. They got a lot of talents, and they don't want to waste it. So why can't we get some felons that are getting ready to be released, put into that house and say, boom, here you go. Now here's your opportunity to make change. Cynthia, at least it's not brown. Oh, got jokes today, Cynthia. Huh? I see. Thanks, Cynthia. You always bring a smile to my face. So that's where I'm at with it. I mean, it's just absolutely freaking stunning that other people will destroy second chance at life. And here I am willing to give it out. It's not just a saying. We need true second chances, not hype. Trey said this. Look at this news. That's awesome news. Listen to this. I can find tons of clients every 6 months. Booyah. Look at that, Tin Man. The therapy groups, the closet halfway house. Closest halfway house is an hour away. My bad. Yeah, look at that. We need more halfway houses. And I hate the term halfway house. It should be called second chance house. But anyways, Tin Man said this, active criminal activity. Yeah. Will not be tolerated. I hire the future, not the past. There you go. So your past, if you're going to live in this house, will not matter. Your future, however, does. There you go. I hire the future, not the past. But of course, if you're going to be living in this said house and you fuck up, that's on you. You can't blame us. And then you most likely will get kicked out and end up going back to prison. I'm hoping that doesn't happen. But we need true people that actually want to mentally change and put their criminal bullshit behind them and move forward. That's what we are here to do. So me and Tin Man, absolutely. That's what we're doing. And then Trey said present. Yep. We're talking about what's going to happen for your future and what's going to happen for you right now, not your past. Your past doesn't mean shit to me or anybody else. All right, guys? Perfect. All right. So if there's any more questions, comments, concerns, let's put it in the chat. If not, I'm going to go up to the thing and I'm going to show you guys real quick. Bear with me. It's way up here at the pinned area. It was. Bear with me. I'll find it. Okay. So on your screen, type this in: www.eclipsecomputersolutions.com. Okay. Type that into your search section, and that's my friend's Tin Man's website. If you have or need any type of computer work, okay, guys, hook up with him, and I'm pretty sure he'll work with you and figure out what your computer problems are. He does really good work over there. What I'm going to do, I think I'm going to try to at least put up the website. Hold on a second. I'm working on my stuff. It says, Tin Man said halfway houses are expensive. Night prisons with curfews. This is a home. Yeah, I agree. I never really did care too much per se for halfway houses. They have certain things that I don't approve of. I mean, yeah, they did give second chances to certain individuals, but nonetheless, they can be better. Let's just put it that way. I've seen people be in the halfway house and go back to prison. So, and then Trey said this: I've been looking for other work myself. There you go. So there could be a major amount of opportunities if we go this route. The sky's the limit, nonetheless, guys. Absolutely. All right. So, yeah, I truly believe that we are definitely in the right frame of mind when it comes to giving second chances. I truly believe that. And Tin Man said, "What kind of work do you do?" I think Tin Man, I think you were asking that question to Trey, correct? So if Trey will respond, I think that question was for you, Trey. You see it on the screen. What kind of work do you do? So let's deal with that. Tin Man said yes. So Trey, your question again says, what kind of work do you do, Trey? And I'll add that with, if anybody in the chat has any skills, put it in the chat. Let us know what you're good at. You could be well hired. Trey said this: I solder and assemble electronics, but no schooling. I sewed in prison. Wow. Okay. Awesome. There you go. And Tim Man said, perfect. That's what I specialize in. So you guys can work together. I got to remind you, Tin Man, that I got an old sewing machine myself. I need to take a picture of it and send it to you. I might even figure out how to give it to you. Maybe you can figure it out and see what she's worth and all that fun jazz. It's a brand name called Singer. So Tin Man's house is in Kansas, guys. So we need to work with our prisons in Kansas and our DOC and all of that and try to see if we can get this house turned into a second chance house. Heart in the heartland. Yep. Trey said Oakdale Ucor is a textile factory. Okay, cool. Thank you, Trey. Absolutely. We got 8 people in here watching. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and being part of this man's night tonight. I do appreciate it. So if you guys are tuning in late, for the ones that are tuning in late, we got a new law that is passed, and it was passed in Idaho to give out the death penalty for repeat offenders. And I'm going to go back over there real quick and show you that for the people that are just now tuned in real quick, just so you guys can all be a part of that. So you can see what I'm talking about. Trey says, I'm stuck in Louisiana though. Hey, you're not too far from me. Wow. Hopefully, Trey, I get to meet you one day. Anyways, moving on. Here's the news about Idaho. This is for the ones that just tuned in late. House approves bill to allow death penalty for certain sex crimes against children, and that basically goes against the repeat offenders. Yep. If you guys want to know more about this, you can look it up yourself on your own time. Again, Idaho Reports, check it out, and you read this whole thing. It's actually, again, I don't approve of any kind of death penalty because that's not the answer to resolving issues. It doesn't solve anything. I'm totally against it. Nonetheless, we can do better. So there it is, guys. Again, go to Idaho Reports. I'll go ahead and I can't. Idaho Reports. Check it out and read it yourself. Yeah. So Trey says, I'm stuck in Louisiana. Sorry to hear that. Trey, if you don't mind me asking, how old are you? If you don't mind me asking, I hope that doesn't make you upset for asking. Because, if you need help or whatever, I'll be willing to try to do something for you if you're stuck and can't move around. Anyways, 41. Oh, wow, you're young. You're younger than I am. Okay. Worst eye for an eye. Yep, absolutely. And Trey said 41. Wow. You're young, man. I will help. Yeah, we will all help. We're here to help. Whatever issue you may have, Trey, reach out to us. Let us know what you need. I'll do what I can. Put the word out, nonetheless. There's power in word of mouth. Oh, you're on. Okay, that's understandable. Fair enough. I understand, Trey. So I get it. You're on probation still. Okay, fair enough. I respect that. All right. Anybody else have any comments, questions, concerns? Put it in the chat. Thank you very much. Trey said, I have a car. Okay, cool. All right. Well, I'm not trying to pry. I'm not trying to be personal. I just want to be that. I want to be that person that helps if you have some issues or whatnot. Yeah. And there you go. You can transfer need be. See, this is what it's all about. This is what I want to see. This is what I like to see. True people putting their bullshit behind and trying to give people the help that they need. This is what networking and showing love and respect looks like. So with all respect for Tin Man, thank you for even opening your arms on that. That's awesome. We definitely need to Tin Man. We definitely need to talk about either on here or on a personal chat and figure out what we can do with your house and get that thing squared away for people to come home out of prison. Email me. We will work. We will talk. You can transfer if need be. Absolutely. House and job. There you go. Boom. Yeah, I agree, Cynthia. Absolutely. Because this is where it starts right here. Okay. I'm all about second chances, but not just a statement. I'm all about true 110% second chances, not the hype. Tin Man said this, need some handyman. Well, man, if I lived closer, I'd be your landscaper. I love law. I mean, if my back can handle, I can't do some of the hardcore stuff because my back won't let me, but I can maintain the yards and make them beautiful nonetheless. Trey said this, cool. I'm no mechanic, by the way. Well, again, that's okay. I don't think we're looking for mechanics personally right now, but anything and everything helps. Whatever you're good at, let me know. Or us, I should say. Absolutely. All right. Let's see. It's Almost the bottom of the hour. Holy crap. Time goes by fast, doesn't it, when you're having too much fun? We all have our own talents. Absolutely. So, whatever talents you have, bring them to the table, and I'm pretty sure they will be useful for what we're trying to do. So, Tin Man, is your house, if I may ask, is your house in major need of repair, or is it just bits and pieces? I mean, how major or minor is it? Maybe we can work something out, put the word out, make an advertisement. I don't know. Yeah, thank you, Cynthia. If you can put the word out, maybe if you know somebody that has skills to, help rebuild a house or anything like that, let us know, Cynthia. Put the word out because we do want to open this house up for second chances. Absolutely. Um, so I don't know. I'm thinking. There you go. There's your guys' answer. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, take a look at Tin Man's comment. There it is. Needs porch. It needs a roof and some roofing, mostly minor. Anyone willing to fix or willing to help fix it up, there's your opportunity. There it is. Cynthia said definitely will. Thank you, Cynthia. Appreciate you. But you guys can see it. This is how we get stuff done. This makes me happy. It puts a lot of different emotions, if you will, in with me, and this is just absolutely epic. I love to see this reach. This is awesome. This is how it's supposed to be. All positive comments, all nothing but pure love and respect and help. This is where it's supposed to be, man. And again, if I was closer, like I said, I'm in Florida. If none of you know that, and I guess I'll put it this way. If I had a gas saver car, a good mechanical gas saver car, I would drive way out there and help. But we're down. I only have one vehicle, and it's being used by my family, so I can't use it, and I can't drive out that far anyways without a backup. So I, I'm free to travel and go wherever I want here in this country. But the bottom line is, my issues, transportation, and all that, and other issues. Um, so it says this: come by to visit, free room and board while you're here, and some scratch for helping out. There you go. That goes for everybody in the chat, not just for me. Um, man, I wish you actually had a picture of your house. I can put it up here so everybody can see what it looks like. But nonetheless, we'll work on that. But thank you, Tim, man. I appreciate that. So if there's anybody else in here that want to lay a hand and help and support this great cause, we can make this happen. Dreams do come true, guys. Absolutely. Trey said this real quick. I do soldering guns, wire cutting, crimping. I'm pale, large, 6'4", gravity, roofs, sunshine is my enemy. Okay, fair enough. And that's awesome. So I'm pretty sure your trades will be used for a lot of things for Tin Man. So everything helps, man. Don't beat yourself up too bad. LOL. All right. So before we bounce out of here, I wanted to give you guys a update. Now, again, I can't give you all the details because I'm going to save I'm going to save the best for last. It's all good. So let me go ahead and explain what we got going on. Now, for Tuesday, my good friend Tammy is going to be up on the panel here live with your host, Jay. And we're going to be talking about what's going on with her locked up loved one, her husband, and the wrongful conviction crap that we're dealing with there. I'm just so livid at what happened and what they're doing to not only her husband, but Tammy too as well. We got to get this story out. This could be a 3 series. There's a lot to unpack on that, guys. So all I'm asking you guys to do is be patient and work with us and pay attention to her story. She's got one hell of a story to talk about, and it's all true and legit. And we need to get this out because she's being screwed over by the system like everybody else. So it shouldn't be no surprise to a lot of you. We need to get her up on this panel and put her information out there and tell her side of the story, because everybody's story needs to be heard. All right. So hopefully it will help. So that's Tuesday at 6 o'clock my time. So 6 o'clock Central Standard Time, 7 o'clock Eastern, and I believe it's going to be 3 o'clock. Pacific. So wherever you live at, make sure you guys get your times and all that fixed, and hopefully you won't miss it. If you're sub to me, nonetheless, you'll get notified on your device when I go live, and you can be a part of this show, and go from there. And then Tin Man said this is also true. Tin Man said that's what our video series will be about. Absolutely. We're going to be conducting series. We're going to try to put ourselves up on Netflix. We got a lot of great ideas, guys, and we just can't break the ice because, again, it's just me and Tin Man, and we're trying to work out all of the issues that go along with it. Like I said, if we all lived close together, it'd be no brainer. But we're all scattered. We all live in different states, and it makes it kind of difficult. But nonetheless, I'm down for it, and this is the only way we can ever make change with our system is to do what we're doing right here, right now. Last but not least, thank you, Tin Man. Last but not least, guys, I do have a major update, but I don't have it on me right now. It's in the works. It's in process. It takes about 4 or 5 weeks to obtain it. Once I get it, you're seeing it up on the screen like any other thing I've done, and it will be a game changer for certain individuals, and they know who they are. I'm looking forward to that. As soon as I get it, I will update you guys, and I will live. That way, no one can say, oh, you edited it out, or you did this, or you did that. It's going to be live, unedited, uncut, and you guys are going to see firsthand the major breaking news event that I have coming down the pike within 4 or 5 weeks, if not later than that. All right. So Tin Man's whoop whoop. Yep. Tin Man knows what it is. A few people in the chat knows already what it is, but please don't spoil it. I want to be the one that gets up in here and breaks that news. Yeah, absolutely. Because like I told you guys at the very beginning, the gloves are off and the beast is being released. And I did everything I can to make sure that, I do the right thing. I'm tired of the threats. So, yep. So big things are happening for this podcast. Me and Tin Man are doing some big things over there behind the scenes and sometimes up on here. If we have updates with it, you know me, I will update you right here every single time I get new information regarding what it is. So Tin Man, thank you so much for your information and letting me share what's going on with you and all that. Again, I wish you all the luck, what you're trying to do over there. Sorry for some of your bad luck with your car situation and all of that, but we're here to help each other out. I got your back nonetheless, and I support you 110%. That means also Cynthia, I also support you. Trey, I also support you. Thank you so much for your guys' stuff and information. Everybody in the chat, I love and respect every single one of you. Kudos to you guys, man. This podcast wouldn't exist or be the way it is if it wasn't for you guys and for all the rest of the solid followers that follow me since 2018. It is what it is. But anyways, Trey said this, like the video, I liked it already. Yeah, please hit the like button, share it, get it out there, and let's do the right thing and give out true second chances at life. And then, Tin Man said this, great show. Thank you very much, my friend. I appreciate that. Cynthia says, thanks for joining tonight, everyone. Absolutely. Again, until next time, I will see you guys right here on Man's Night and through the week for my show from Inside Out Network. All right, with that said, thank you guys so much for being a part of this show. Miss and love every single one of you. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace. Have a good night.